We have an amazing guest. He is a filmmaker, director, producer. He's a great researcher. I love his work. You may have seen his work before and you never knew it because he's got his start as a hype sports video creator. So he also released his most recent film called Next Level. This was the follow-up to the 2021 documentary Level. And you might have seen his other show on Rockfin called Level-Headed Podcast. So without further ado, let's bring him on, the man, the myth, the legendary Sean Hibbeler of Hibbeler Productions. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I really do. It's nice to talk to fellow truthers and give each other our opinions on things. We're just all trying to figure this out. So it's always nice to come on a show like this. So I really do appreciate the invite.
Yeah, for sure. I recently watched your movie right as it came out. I purchased the film and, I knew it was going to come out for free, but I was like, this guy put in a lot of work and effort and just thought, it's only $7. I mean, why not? It's cheaper than a cost of a premiere movie at the big screen. And it was a great film. I loved it. And it was a great follow-up to the original movie. And it was a little more, it was not as aggressive. Mm-hmm. Did you, was that intentional on the first film? Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, again, it was, I can only produce a film based off of my vision or my mood or my brain, right? So when Level came out, the lockdowns were just starting in a sense and all the world was, are we going to be on Rockfin or YouTube? I want to make sure what I say.
We're going to be on both. So it's.
I gotta watch what I say. It's all right. Sorry.
Don't worry.
No trigger words. Yeah. I want to start the third one as soon as possible. I don't know if you know a gentleman named Taboo Conspiracy.
I've heard of him. I haven't watched any of his
He's an OG, man. He's been doing it a long time.
You know what? I may have come across his videos, just not.
I guarantee you have. I guarantee. Yeah. It's one of those. I guarantee you have. So as soon as you hear his voice has been in some of my old YouTube Flat Earth videos too. So I mean, he's an OG, and he started to go on shows and do stuff and show his face and talk. And I'm like, now I can have a personal connection. Okay, so that's who he is. Seemed like a really nice guy, very smart. So I reached out to him right after the Next Level came out because he wanted to put it on his channel to mirror it, which is lovely. So I was like, hey man, do you want to be in the next one? He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So you're in the next. So again,
okay.
I don't know.
I know who he is.
I don't know who's going to be in the next one at this exact second. If I'm having anyone come back from the last one, anyone come back from the first one. I don't know.
A 200 proves that the Earth is not a spinning ball.
Same video woke me up back in, I think it was probably around 2015, but same video woke me up. So
it just kept showing up and I kept ignoring it. And then I had it saved for a long time because, it was like a 8-hour video. And I was like, and,
there's other versions that are a little shorter, but I'm glad you started off with that, Could have been some disinformation video that you started out with, and then you would have laughed and moved on, which is what they want people to do when they're researching this stuff. That's why they created the algorithm change, and they created these hit piece videos and hit piece mockumentaries on Netflix. They created this stuff to make sure that people never go, it is flat. It's almost impossible feat nowadays. So I'm glad you got involved. I'm glad anybody got involved naturally. So that's good to hear, man. It's a lot harder right now to research flat Earth and wake up to it than it was even 2 years ago, especially, it was a lot easier back in 2014, 2015 for sure.
Yeah, you can't tell people go research flat Earth because they're just going to get a bunch of disinformation, hundreds of video links of just the same garbage, of the same just, misinformation people.
I saw the algorithm changing right before my eyes, man. It was like a process. I remember I'd type in flat Earth, sunset, search. It'd be the third one down just an example. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, where's that sunset video? Oh, let me just do what I did 3 weeks ago. Flat Earth sunset. I'm like, why is there BBC and Comedy Central now? What? I'm like, what? And I go down, I'm like, where is it? Where's the video? I'm on page 8. I'm like, oh, here it is. And 2 weeks later, page 8 turns into page 40. And it's just, everything's gone. And it's like, Yeah. They're smart. They're smart for that. And yet think about it too. Right around that time, they were getting the celebrities involved with it. Shaq and all these people are like, the Earth's flat. And I think what they wanted to do to the public was because the real flat Earth stuff was really being viral and getting out of control at that time for them. They're like, oh, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
There's really nothing else they could do. Change the algorithm, change the search results, and don't just leave it there. Push some celebrities out there now to say flat Earth, I think it's flat. Duh, 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 duh. So their audience goes, wait, my cousin said that last year. He's a weirdo, but Shaq said it? Oh, let me look it up now. It took that much for them to look it up. Their cousin's retarded to them, right? So it took Shaq saying it. So now they look it up. It's all controlled. It's all the search results are what they wanted. And these people that are like Shaq said it, they're watching these hit pieces over and over again and going, okay, Shaq's a weirdo. And they move on and go, I'll never go back to that topic. That's the stupidest waste of time. So they were brilliant in that sense of doing this. You know, these evil people are still considered geniuses in some sense of creating these and just establishing. It's like, you guys, man, like we were, Flat Earth was getting so big, and then here they come, big bad corporations like, no. And we can't delete all the videos. If we delete everything, that's way too obvious, even for your neighbor. We're like, they deleted it? Oh, so they're shadow banned it. They changed the algorithm so none of our content comes up. Half the time, or more than half the time, brother, you could type in an ODD TV 21 questions, one of the most popular Flat Earth videos, search by name, you type it in on YouTube, and it still doesn't come up.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And if people don't understand how big of a problem that is, I don't know. I can't help them, man. We could prove NASA lies. We could prove the CGI. We could prove the glitches, the green screens, the wires, the harnesses, the flat horizon with weather balloons. But in terms of, oh, look, this proves the Earth's flat. It's like, no. It's not about that. It's about we're proving the globe is 100% false in all aspects of it. Heliocentrism, all of it's made up. So once people can accept that, that's the hard one, right? They'll accept the Earth as a stationary plane because it is. But sometimes there's steps for people. And I realize, even though I don't like speculating as much as people think I like it, but talking about more land and more resources and what's possibly past the Antarctic ice shelves has sparked up a huge interest in new flat earthers getting on board. And I'm okay with that. I know other people don't want to be okay with that. It's like, don't speculate to wake people up. It's like, yeah, but I've tried not speculating for years and just keeping it scientific and keeping it NASA lies XYZ, the Earth is flat and stationary XYZ. And for some reason, people just, whatever. They just, I don't have time. It doesn't make sense. Oh, they're hiding the creator. Oh, it doesn't make sense. It won't register in most society's mind for some reason. I've noticed that personally, bro. So I'm like, okay, we have, even though it's I feel probable, but still a speculation that there's more land. So let me talk a little bit more about it in the second film. And wow, the responses I got, the personal emails, the personal DMs, it's endless.
Yeah.
Times 100 from last year.
Yeah.
And people are saying, but they're just, my point was this, they're saying, we never thought about them hiding anything. That this makes sense now. And now they're going back and watching Eric stuff and older ODD and, Dave Murphy, all these people. And now they're waking up the normal way. The way they wouldn't naturally have woken up if we hit them from this angle doesn't work for everybody. Right. So I hit them with, hey, I know it's speculation, but this could be the reason for the deception. Or if not, just one of them at least. And people go, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, wait, it's all making sense now. Oh, wait. Oh, those are old maps. Why is there more continents on? You start showing, they're like, oh, that's a huge reason why they make this up. Okay, I'm on board. What do you got? Show me some Eric. Show me some Dave Murphy. Show me some older stuff. And I'm sending links back. Cool. To me, that's a win. But to some people, like, you shouldn't speculate. It's like, come on, man. Most flat earthers talk about a fucking dome 24/7. Have you seen it? Have you touched it? Did you write your name on the dome? No, you didn't. That's also speculation, brother. Yeah. But it's okay to talk about. You talk about more land. People are like, oh, God. So it's, it shouldn't be this way. I'm just trying to wake people up by any means necessary. I don't care if people like that or not. That's my calling on this earth, in this realm we're in. My spirit was sent here to do this. I'm never going to stop. So judge all you want.
I really didn't get a lot of backlashes like I thought.
You would have if it was 2016. You might have got a lot more. But I think a lot of people have heard about this now, so they're not caught off guard as much. But that's good that you didn't get that much ridicule. That could have affected you. Glad you didn't have to experience it to see if it would have affected you. But that's good. I
lost a lot of viewers, but that's okay. I mean, it's like, I'm putting the information out there. If you can't do the research yourself and prove it, then that's on you. If you want to stay asleep,
they're scared.
Yeah.
That's all. They're literally, they're little vaginas. They're scared. They're scared people. Yeah. And it's like, I'll watch what I say here, but it's like, if you understand the deception of what's going on in present day, you understand the events that took place in 2001 in New York were bullshit, and you could work your way up that ladder, and you start admitting the government lied about this, that. It's, not this one. Then you're just scared. You're scared. I can get if all the official stories of all these events, you believe the official story. Box cutters, guys, little skinny guys on planes, and no. So if you believe these official stories, good luck with flat Earth with that person. But it sucks, man, because all these people are waking up to all this other stuff. It's like they still want to bury this one. It's because it's the biggest one, and the cognitive dissonance is at an all-time high because it's the child cognitive dissonance in them that is fighting it, not the adult. It's the child. It's you tell the 4-year-old Santa's not real. They're gonna fight you, right? This is the adult that was never told his little ball's not real, and he hung on to it they hung on to it since kindergarten, first grade, second grade. Hey, stop teaching it. So you're a little kid when they teach it, then they never bring it up again. Yeah. So you still have that image of that whoever the person is that's not waking up. I just imagine them as a 7-year-old holding their globe. You don't take it away, and that's what it is. As soon as they could just be like, okay, put this ball down, let me listen to you, every single person would wake up.
Dude, it's like Neo when he discovers that he's not living in a reality, that it's a matrix. It's the same reaction that people get, and they want to hold on to that ball so much. It's like we're all 8 years old, even though you're 30, 40, 50 years old, you're still 8 years old holding on to Santa, which is the globe. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it took me most of my life to realize, like, holy shit, we aren't on a spinning ball. And I could not sleep for 3 months because I just wanted to look and research. And I was like, holy shit. I was sleeping 3 hours a night, and I didn't care. I didn't feel tired because I felt awake for the very first time in my life. And having that information, that knowledge, like, holy shit, we've been lied to about virtually everything.
Yeah. I would go as far as saying almost everything that we were taught in the textbooks, the schools, history, science, even geography in a sense. It's bullshit. And people like to pick their battles with that. They're like, oh no, not all of history, only the history that I want to be.
The news only lies about some stuff.
Yeah, it's the same thing to me. The textbooks, right? The school books, like open the history book, your 5th grade history book. Just go to, I don't know how to get a hold of one in person, but probably buy one from the school or something. You open it up, I could dissect the shit. Send some of those parts to John Levy, send some of it to Martin Leakey, send some of it to Eric, send parts of it to all the professionals that know these topics. And to me, it'll all be debunked. Most of the history, if not all the history book, is a lie. Yeah. But some people disagree with me. I feel as if Copernicus, Galileo, all these are made up characters, man. And I could even go as far as saying they made up a couple opposing characters on the other side of the fence to create their agenda. You can't just have a bunch of these ancient people knew the earth was a ball. You got to have some people that said, no, we think it's flat, but you have to, or it looks way too obvious. So I just feel as if before Rockefeller started the Board of Education, nobody was teaching the globe in school?
Nope.
No, it's not just because of Ruth or because of my grandma that I taught to, or because of people I've heard told me stories of their elders that said, we weren't taught this in school. The globe, Copernicus, Galileo, we never heard of it. This is new.
Yeah.
So, but there's some flat earthers that go, no, it's been around for at least hundreds and hundreds of years. And I'm like, okay, it's your opinion. That's my opinion. And that's that. But at the end of the day, we can all agree that they created this deception. For me, it's the New World Order agenda. You can't have an agenda. You can't have a New World Order without a ball spinning. You can't do it. People will regain their mental power, their spiritual power. They know they're in the center of the universe and the earth is a plane and the sun's fucking right there. The moon's right there. All these stars are right here. You can't allow that and then control everybody.
Yeah.
How can you do that? The whole thing's an agenda. Education's an agenda. Television's an agenda started by the CIA. It's a reason that all this stuff exists right now. And I feel like a lot of this technology here was stolen from the past. And they want to act like people in the past had horse and buggy and they were a bunch of idiots and stupid ancients. It's like, man, I think this is the stupidest time we've ever been a part of in all of world history. This is the stupidest time. Oh no, we have the internet. All right, calm down. Take that out for 1 second. This is the stupid. Look around. Go outside. Look around. People watch. This is the Twilight Zone we're in. Nobody used to act like this back in the day. Nobody was this stupid. Nobody was this brainwashed. Nobody just stared at their phone the whole day. The whole day. Your whole day is gone. What are you doing? Look at yourself from out of body and go, what am I doing right now?
Yeah.
And then you'll go, oh yeah, well, man, let me get out of this matrix system. And it's hard, but everybody can do it, man. People look at me and go, oh, I can't believe you talked about Sasquatch on a show. You're ruining flat earth. It's like, I don't give a about what you or anybody else thinks of me. I'm always going to talk my truth and what I've been through and what I feel and what my research has led me to. I don't care if it's unpopular. I'm not trying to ruin anything. I tell my story the best I can because I lived it. I experienced it. And if someone disagrees with that, I don't fucking care. Come to East Texas, you little and sit down with us. And then you fucking tell me what you hear. You tell me what you smell. You tell me what you see with your eyes when we take you in there. You could now you can have an opinion on me.
Yeah.
And what I said. But come to Texas or there's other parts of the world you can see the same and hear the same. Am I going to walk you up to them? No. But if you study what they are, if you study ancients and what they've always said about them, they're telepathic. You might think that's crazy. I get it. But from what I experienced, I can kind of agree with our ancients that they're telepathic. And this world is not what you think it is, man. We've been lied to about every single thing. And that's why they put Sasquatch in Star Wars, right? Like whoever that guy was. They make Harry the Hendersons. They do this for the same reason they do psyops after psyop on a pancake floating in space, a snow globe floating in space, the ship falling off the earth. Flat earth, okay. They make fun of it. They make fun of Chewbacca. They make fun of everything that's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure soon they're going to make fun of Tartaria. These things are true, whether you want to admit it or not. Not everybody knows everything about it. But to discredit my name and my work because of something I experienced, man, I don't care, man. Trust me when I tell you what I experienced and what I said was 100%.
I believe you.
There's only one way to figure that out. Come on down to East Texas. Tanner will have you at some point. He'll have you. All the naysayers that talk about me, about that story, come on down then. Be a big man. You want to prove me wrong? Come do it in person. Prove me wrong. You'll hear the same trust me. And then maybe yeah, right. But maybe those naysayers will open their fucking mind up and stop being a little bitch. Because that's what you are. If you talk about me, you're a bitch. Because I'm just trying to talk truth, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not. Let's have a conversation. Don't run your mouth about me. You don't even know me. I've tried everything I've done since 2016 when I came on YouTube and started making these films. I've done everything I could to wake people up in the most genuine possible way, and I'm never going to stop that. I made 2 films that definitely didn't ruin the flat earth. It helped tremendously. So I'm not doing anything to ruin anything. But when someone asks me a question about something, I'm never going to share, get away from the truth and what I know and what I've researched and what I've experienced. I'm always going to be true to myself, and you need to stay true to yourself at all times. That's what they do all the time, is they have to tell the truth. They put it out there. They didn't hear anyone backlash, so you consent. Constantly. Now you consent now. We told you. So I feel like at worst, Admiral Byrd was a Mason, shill, whatever you want to call him. They put him out there to tell the world there's more land. They buried that story. They never showed it again. It resurfaced in 2014, and now we're here. So whether Admiral Byrd was told to say that or not, there's more evidence of it before Byrd. There's eyewitness testimony books. Regardless of what you think about more land, why were they speaking about it in the late 1800s? That's a fact. That's not a theory. It's not a conspiracy. They were talking about more continents past Antarctica. Why? And why haven't we heard this until recently? So again, it's a speculation in a sense, but it's so probable to me that once, if the world found out tomorrow, everyone in the world woke up somehow and the universe just hit him with the fact of they're hiding more land, the world would change the following day.
Yeah.
Because you get 1 million of us, you get 10 million of us, you get 100 million of us to just go, we're going to go fucking check. How about that? Let's go check. And that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to be alive for in my lifetime, for the world to get some balls and go, let's go abolish this treaty and go see. And like I always say, if there's a dome over there touching the ground where you can write your name on the wall, I'll now it's 100%. Up to this point, there's no evidence to me. Someone says that there's one encyclopedia where they mention a glass dome or something. Hello, encyclopedias are government books. I don't want to hear it. I don't want your one reference as a government source. I'm not doing it. So for me, just my opinion, because they're all opinions. What's above us and what's outside of Antarctica, they're all opinions. Just so you know that right now. But in my opinion, that's a level ocean above us. It's just water. It's just water above us. Level ocean, like it's a level ocean below, level ocean above. And I think there's some sort of toroidal field where, it's the energy, the bodies above us are spinning around. It's like a perfect clock above us. And outside of Antarctica, I could speculate. Yeah, there's probably at least a few more continents. Could be more than that. Could be a lot of them. I don't know. Yeah. But if as soon as we're allowed to go, or we just take control and we all go, we're never going to know. Ever. We can't, because they're not going to tell us. No, that's for sure. So that's my goal in life, is to abolish the Antarctic Treaty completely. It's from 1958 or 59 all the way to 2040 something. They're the longest treaty of all time. No one cares. They just go on with their day.
I think they just renewed it, didn't they? I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to look it up.
Recently, I don't know if it's been extended. I think since day one, they had this all the way to 2040 something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So every country, all these countries sign on to it. When do you know all these countries have signed on to any treaty? It's always fighting over treaties. This one's like, oh, God, no, yeah, for sure. We don't want our
no
people.
Questions asked.
No questions asked. You can't go and explore over there. You can't go with your family and say, hey, we'll be back in a month. No, 73 miles, in my opinion, is the maximum you can go up before you hit the water. That's my opinion, but it seems like every weather balloon stops around that mile. So, and the GoPro fast rocket that someone set up that went straight up, like we all would imagine that they would just go straight up to get to space, right? No, you got to do that. Yeah, you got to do this because you got to land your fucking ship because you don't want to scrape the water and blow up or something. So they sent them straight up, man. And it stops at around 73 miles. Sounds like water to me. Looks like water when you're zooming in on stars. Water blah, 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 behind the light. Everything, the moon, blah, 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 blah. It just, everything looks like water up there. So I'm going to call it water. But I wanted to give you my take on that second part of what you said, because I don't want you falling down that trap of people asking you, well, wouldn't you go up there if you could? You can't. That's one thing you have to understand. You can't, and they're never, ever going to actually have a system in place for a rocket ship, which 99.9999% of them, in my opinion, no human beings are ever on those, ever. But let's just say that 0.1%, they're going to put someone in there. It ain't going to be you, and it ain't going to be your neighbor. It's going to be a Mason. They're going to be acting. That, man. I can't let you go down that in your mind. You can't go. It's impossible. It's an impossible thing. Again, I compare it to, well, if Santa came to pick you up, wouldn't you believe him then? It's like, come on, man. What are we talking about? So, you can't see curve from a plane. You can't see a curve from 23 miles up, Red Bull jump. You can't see a curve from 60, 70 miles up where Branson was supposedly. So where's this curve? What are we talking about? Because most people in the street you walk up to will say, oh, I saw a curve out of an airplane. That's scientifically proven by even your priests that you worship, not you, but them with the globe. They admit the same thing, but we're weird for saying there's no curve. Prove it. Prove the curve. You can't. It's impossible. Water doesn't bend. Water is always level. Water will always be level. The earth is more than 70% water. It's game over. If you're pretending to represent truth and you're someone from the outside coming in, paid to come in here and try to fuck with us, I'm not even worried about you. I don't even care about you. I don't even care who you are, because I know the universe and the creator is going to take care of you. So I don't, I don't live with any bad karma about it. I just keep doing me because I know the universe is protecting me and they're on my side with my journey and my mission, and I'm never gonna stop.